Hello. So, tonight I am going to be working again on the track 1 dance. This is going to be a little bit of an open-ended evening because, as I was mentioning on the last live stream or the last YouTube video, depending on where you're watching this track is old. It's over a year old, and so it's got a lot of minor issues, but they're actually kind of hard for me to find them all. These are mostly made up of things that I would just never do nowadays, so they cause all kinds of like little problems in the way the track sounds, or how much mud there is in the lower mids, things like that. So we're just going to kind of go through it and try to find these issues where they are and then resolve them if we can. So since we're going to try to find these issues and resolve them, I'm going to real quickly, just to kind of whet the appetite or make it clear what the track sounds like, I'm going to play some of the intro, a little bit of the breakdown, some middle areas, and then we'll just kind of get cracking on trying to figure out how to make this track really sound as good as it possibly can. So, starting from the intro, here's what the intro sounds like. Here's the first drop. Sorry, the first place where the kick comes in. Here's sort of middle of the intro. Here's after the first breakdown. Okay. So anyway, so there's a few things. On the last video, we actually did some work on the mixdown, and we made sure that the levels were at least reasonable. So we'll check those again as we go through this, but the main thing right now is to get rid of some of the unnecessary noise in some of these instruments. So I've looked at this a little bit already off camera, so I have some idea of what I'm doing. So this is not entirely random. Like, I'm not just, I don't have, some sort of psychic power or something like that. I've actually heard this track, and I've gone through and checked for these things. But then when I did find things, for the most part, I left them for this video for us to work on, and then I'm sure I'll find more as we go. So first and foremost, there's this instrument here. These are the pads. And actually, just because it's good practice, I'm going to rename this pads so we know what we're looking at here. And this whole group is made up of 4 instruments, 1 off of Serum and 3 off of Nexus VST. And what we're going to do is we're going to layer these. So in the last video, I put the pads at above 3200, and that's fine. So they have a high pass filter that keeps them above those frequencies. But what we haven't done is separated the pads themselves out into their own layers. So we're going to do that now. So here's the pads without any EQ on each of the individual layers and how they sound, all 4 of them together at the same time. Now, you could leave that, but we can improve on it. So here is one of the layers. It's pretty high. That's pretty low. Okay, so listening to them right now, this is somewhat arbitrary. I'm going to make this one the low. I'm going to make this one the next lowest layer. Then I'm going to make this one the first of the highs, and then we'll make this one the highest of the highs. And yes, it's a little bit arbitrary. And so what we're doing here is I've already done these EQs. Like I said, I did some of this offline. And so we're going to call this one a low pass filter at 400 hertz using the same trick I was talking about last time, where we realized that every octave the hertz doubles. So, I changed my mind actually. Okay, hold on a second. Let me check something here. Okay. So I'm actually going to change my mind here, and we're going to do what I just said and then see how it goes. So let me just real quickly duplicate these, and we'll do something a bit different from what I just said we would do. So we're going to put this one, which is the lower of the two, over here. We're going to take this one, which is the higher of the two, and put it up here. And let's see how this sounds. So like I said, lowest of the low, 400. The next level will be from 400 to 1600. That's 2 octaves. So 4 to 800 is 1 octave, 800 to 1600 is the second octave. Turn on that EQ. Then we're doing 1600 to 3200, just 1 octave for this one, which honestly makes more sense to me. This is really not that exciting of a sound. Right? And then on the very, very upper end, above 3200. So these are all the sounds now together without being set into the song properly, but just as a single unit. And then here it is with the EQ back on. That's going to actually how it fits. That sets it up to fit in the song properly. And so with that change, what we've done is we've just freed up even some more space within the sound. So we have a sound that is a layer within the track that is layered itself. So we layer the sound and then we put it into a layer in the song. And so the layer that this piece is on is in the highest possible layer. So let's listen to the whole track now with that change.
Wanna do is just dance with you. It's just dance with you. It's just dance with you. I can show you what to do. I know just what to do. I can show you every move. When dancing, you'll be mine. Wanna do is just dance with you. It's just dance with you.
All right. So that's pretty good change, I would say. I might need to turn it up now that I've gotten rid of some of the extra noise, but let's kind of see how it fits somewhere where there are actually pads. Okay. Next up, let's listen to the vocal.
Wanna do is just dance with you. It's just dance with you. It's just dance with you. I can show you what to do. I know just what to do. I can show you every move. When dancing, you'll be mine. Wanna do is just dance with you. It's just dance with you. It's just dance with you.
So what we're hearing here is something that I would have done a year ago, but I would never do today. So I've high-passed 2 channels of vocals. One is the main vocal, this one.
Wanna do is just dance with you.
And the second one is a deeper pitched down version of it. You just hear every once in a while.
It's just dance with you.
And then I've grouped them together and I've put them on a single high pass, and then I've run a bunch of effects over it, okay? So that's these here.
Wanna do is just dance with you.
But see, hilariously, there's a mistake here. So instead of running my sends out of the group channel, which is the one that's high passed, I've run my sends out of the individual channels, and these are full in terms of all the frequencies are there. So while what you're hearing in the track is high pass at 800 hertz, the echoes and things coming out of this reverb down here are not high pass at all. And so we're going to get a lot of noise out of that. So let's take a listen. So that one is high passed, but this one is not. And in fact, almost a bigger crime is it's high passed with a 24 decibel per octave filter and relatively high resonance. So this is a spike right on the upper mid-range, right where you kind of don't want that to happen. And it's throughout the entire track. So here's how we're going to fix it. First things first, I'm just going to put this at 800 hertz, and we'll leave that alone. But I'm going to follow this by an EQ at 1600, the smoothest EQ I've got, okay? And let's see how much this fixes the problem. Okay, so I mean, I could argue as to whether or not this echo is even good for the song, but we're going to leave it in because, like I said, I wrote this a year ago. I am going to drop the feedback a smidge, down to maybe 65% from 75. Actually, let's go to 60. That's just to get some of the endless echoes out of the track. But regardless, this should help. So now, here's what the track sounds like with that change.
Wanna do is just dance with you. It's just dance with you. It's just dance with you. I can show you what to do. I know just what to do. I can show you every move. When dancing, you'll be mine. 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 You'll be
Okay. So that sounded to me like it was an improvement. Let's take a look where we are on a couple things here. So I need to just real quickly check how we're doing. Okay, that sounds reasonably decent. And we're not spiking above -6 on this meter. We're going to check the same location, but now with the compressor running and see how that sounds. Listening to it and looking at the meter, the kick might be a little too loud still. We're going to try dropping it down to -24 dB and see how that sounds. So I'm hearing a really, really splashy verb here. I'm going to see if maybe I can turn one of these off and if it goes away. All right, that is way too much reverb. So let's tune that down a lot. So it's there for effect. So I think I'm going to do it at -20 from 0, hilariously. Let's see if this sounds better. Okay. Okay. That echo is way too much, but I'm not sure where it's coming from. Okay, let's try it again. All right, there it is. All right, we're just going to turn that down a little bit. Okay, so let's see, we fixed some EQ, we fixed some reverb. We have worked on the vocals. Okay, I'm gonna give this track a listen right now. For those of you on headphones or listening to this loud, just fair warning, I'm turning on a limiter now so I can hear this at close to commercial volume. Turn your headphones down before I press play, just saying, and then you could turn it back up to whatever's comfortable. But just, fair warning, I will be turning the limiter back off again in a second. But okay, 3, 2, 1, you've been warned.
wanna do is just dance with you. Is just dance with you. Is just dance with you. I know just what to do. I know just what to do. I can show you every move. When dancing, you'll be mine. I can show you every move. I know just what to do. When dancing, you'll be mine. What I really wanna do is just dance with you. Is just dance with you. Is just dance with you. I can show you what to do. I know just what to do. I can show you every move. When dancing, you'll be mine. 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 When dancing, you'll be mine.
All right, so for the most part, I would say that sounds pretty good. Although I did hear one thing that was kind of bugging me, and this is, the kind of. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm turning the limiter back off, and actually, shoot, I just realized I had the compressor on the whole time, so that wasn't a very good playthrough. But regardless, it allowed me to hear an issue, which sometimes these happy little accidents, like, oops, I left my compressor on, that should never be on when we're listening to the whole track, except if we're testing for peaks, actually caused me to identify a problem. So I'm going to turn the limiter off so it won't be super loud anymore, and everyone can, turn their volume back up once they're comfortable if they want to. And then I am going to mess around with some of these drums because I've got too much of the highs cut off. Probably shouldn't have any highs cut off at all. So let's see what this sounds like. So yeah, that one's definitely messed up. Should not have made that change. Here's probably another one, similar problem. No, that one's fine. Probably just gonna try turning that one off there. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. Let that be a lesson to everyone listening to this video. Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes the way to solve the problem with the sound on your track is to delete things that you added to it ages ago. In this case, I had an EQ that was cutting out the highs on my 707 drum kit, and it was making it sound really, really dull, and not in a good way. So, guaranteed, the intro section will sound better now with that EQ turned off. So, you know, it happens. You make mistakes. Whatever. Moving on.
What I really wanna do is just dance with you. Is just dance with you. Is just dance with you. I know just what to do. I know just what to do. I can show you every move. When dancing, you'll be mine. I can show you every move. I know just what to
Okay, I think we're approaching a point here where I'm not going to find too many more errors. Keen-eyed viewer may have noticed that I turned up my lead synth by 2 decibels just now. I've been having in mind that it was a little too quiet for a while, so I just did that. Let's listen to some of the mid-range of the track real quickly, just to be sure we're okay here, but I think we are.
wanna do is just dance with you. Every move. I know just what to
So when you do that, what you're listening for is, can you hear all the instruments relatively well? Can you hear all the different parts? is anything clashing, and is anything overlapping something else that it doesn't fit well with. So that's what I'm listening for right now. And you're trying to hear everything. Is the vocal in its own space? Can you hear the bass line? Can you hear the kick? Can you hear the snares? Can you hear the pads? Can you hear the different pieces? At least as much as you expect to be able to. So let's listen to it one more time. But I think we're in pretty good shape here. But it's interesting to mention what you're trying to do when you do this. Okay, so what I was checking just now is whether or not the pads are a little too quiet, and they might be. Hard to tell. They are more in the upper frequencies. Actually, they're completely outside of the mid-range, so you shouldn't be able to hear much of them now that I think about it. So probably they're not too quiet. But anyway, let's, sorry, the reason why that is those pads start at 1600 hertz. No, sorry, 3200 hertz. So they just have this tiny little section from 3200 to 4000 that they would even be audible when we do just mid-range. So I shouldn't be too crazy worried about them. But anyway, let's listen to, so we just heard this. I'm going to loop a little section here so you can, so someone listening in can hear, the difference between listening to it with only mid-range versus when we turn that off and hear the whole track. So anyway, I actually think I'm done. I can't hear anything that I really want to mess with at this point. We've heard the mid-range. The mid-range is relatively clean. Can it be improved on? Yeah, possibly, but maybe not on a track that's a year old. So it is what it is. And at some point in time, you have to put these things down. You can't work on them forever. So again, same warning as before. I want to hear this at full volume. I'm going to record that, and then when I'm done playing it all the way through at full volume one time, I'm just going to say, good night for this stream, and then I'll be back in a little while to work on a different song. That one's a lot more hype, so it's be a lot more exciting than this one, but this is a cool track in its own right. So anyway, fair warning, I'm going to be starting this up full volume, commercial volume, so turn your volume down and then turn it back up again once you hear how loud this gets. All right, here we go. With you, it's just dance with you, it's just dance with you. I know just what to do, I know just what to do. I can show you every move. When dancing, you'll be mine. Right, so as suspected, I don't really hear anything that I need to fix. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call this one done. And I might actually send this off to mastering here in the next few days, although I probably need to find another one to be finished as well. So we'll see how that goes. It might be premature to think I can send this off soon. But so far as the live streams go, this one might really will be finished. So if it's not, I will, of course, stream whatever, I mean, unless it's something super minor, whatever remaining fixes I've got to do. But in the meantime, if you're hearing this on YouTube, thank you for tuning in and checking out the video. And for everybody on Twitch, if you ever see this, I hope you have a wonderful night. This has been DJ 0045.